Hi, Singhan, honey. Welcome to another episode of the You Only Live Once Life and Business Innovation Style Meditations, Yummy Conversations, where I bring my yummiest self to you so that you can be yummy in your body. And today we're in Norway, Oslo, and we're here today to bring to you 9 top mistakes that women leaders make, men as well, that they make that kill your energy, that you have to do something about right this second. Otherwise, you're just gonna have lack of energy, lack of motivation, lack of drive, and you're gonna be stuck in a rut where you're totally just trying to push and push and push, even though the impact that you're making and the world and the change that you're making is so desirable and so important. It was impossible to do that without the right momentum. So this is brought to you from our Yummy group coaching program, Yummy Transformational Leadership Work, which stands for Your Unique Magnetic / Money / Magical Momentum. So without further ado, we're gonna start right here. So this is for you if you are a leader, if you are organizing a lot of different things, if you have a community behind you. This is for you if you are wanting to strive and have ambition and drive to do something beyond yourself. This is for you if you are also just stuck in a rut, stuck and need some sort of a pullout. And also for you if you want to be better. So without further ado, let's jump in. Tip number 1 and mistake number 1 that people make is that you are constraining your yummy true self and your yummy true vision. What do I mean by that? If your vision is smaller than what you are able to imagine, then you're constricting it. And what is a true vision is a vision that is aligned to your heart, aligned to your actions, aligned to what you truly want and feel passionate about, married with action. So the failure to matching your visions with the contributions and the actions that you're taking in your world will make the amount of energy that requires to execute that a lot higher, which means that you're losing a lot of momentum, losing a lot of energy if your vision, the view of what you see you want to accomplish is misaligned to what you truly believe is important or you truly believe is true. So there's a lot of ways that you can work through that in order to realign that vision. And there's a lot of meditations in this channel for you to realign that, to see what the true vision is. Sometimes you outgrow your vision. So sometimes when you go and do your vision and you accomplish it, then the next vision you set is actually lower than what you want to have it to be. So that is number 1. And that actually also relates to the amount of commitment that you have with your vision, because if you don't have an aligned vision, your amount of commitment lowers and you're trying to constantly convince yourself or push yourself or indirectly force yourself to have higher commitment, secretly, unconsciously. However, you want to make that commitment a natural commitment. And when you don't have that strong vision and you don't have that vision that holds you for years to come, you will have a lack of strong direction. And sometimes you wonder, you know, I'm doing this for my community, I'm doing this for my family, I'm doing this for this world at large. At the same time, why is it that I'm stressed out or I'm feeling a lack of energy? And that's because the vision is not true. So realign it for the truth. You can always evolve the vision, but you gotta constantly realign it. And when you are in a true alignment, then your identity will also follow that. So that's actually number 1. Maybe we should do 2 parts of this video. All right, so if you're unclear vision, unclear identity. So number 2 is the failure to manage fear yummily. Fear is one of the paramount emotions that sound like that. It completely overtakes your body, it overtakes your mind, it overtakes your actions. And when you are not aware of what that fear does to you, you will be overwhelmed and go into a really tough spot emotionally, energetically, spiritually, and sometimes it can overwhelm you in a sense that it affects the amount of communication and relationship with those around you. It increases anxiety, it allows you to have satisfying decision-making processes, and also it creates this unbalanced fear or unbalanced scenario where you choose to do safe and secure actions versus taking some necessary risks in order to get some necessary results. So when you feel stuck, and I see a lot of my clients and a lot of my data points from all of my clients coming in from globally, they say I feel stuck. It's a very common phrase, and this is because there's something there that you are afraid of moving through. So identifying what that fear is paramount. So the mistake number 2 is the failure to manage fear yummily. All right. Number 3 is a lack of true yummy focus. So if you already have your vision and you've figured out how to get over fear, by the way, there's so many videos again to support you on that, then there is a pathway in which you are lacking focus sometimes. So if you have too many ideas, if you are way too busy every single day and you feel like you're running on a hamster wheel of busyness and busyness and busyness and busyness, and every time someone asks you something and how you're doing, how work is, you're like, I'm so stressed out, I'm so busy, and you feel really good about it, because that's kind of like the definition of success in Hong Kong, at least in cities, in big cities. Like everyone who's busy seems to be that they're doing something important, or you are so focused on the details that you're missing the big picture, or you're feeling you're distracted. Every single thing that you're doing, maybe your plate is full, your month is full, your year is full, yet you don't feel like you're moving forward in those big, satisfying, fulfilling, amazing ways, then you may have a lack of focus, or you may have a issue with time management. So when you don't have a true yummy focus, and I'm not talking about not focusing on your job or not focusing on your career or not focusing on your vision of what you want to change in the world, but if you don't have that strong focus on what it is that you want to create in this world, what contribution you want to make in this world, who you are as an identity, and who and how you can carry out these things, then you're not going to be able to have your energy aligned. Energy is going to disperse and serve other people and all of other people's imaginations and all of other people's visions, but not your own. So having that understanding of what your goal is and what your true vision is, then creating that focus around that is paramount. All right, number 4, unconscious self-sabotage, lack of confidence, self-doubt, insecurity. All of these emotions are something that we all feel, whether you're conscious of it or unconscious of it. A lot of people say like, I'm really confident, but inside there are things that stop you. So when you have these feelings and you're not able to be true to them, or not able to be aware of them and acknowledge them, this is going to dampen your energy levels. It's going to dampen your ability to communicate and create real connections with other people, whether that is in love or in business. And it's going to really, really dampen your ability to show up fully as your true self on a daily basis. So the failure to love yourself is going to be a huge dampening if you can't do that. And oftentimes it's not that we don't want to do it, it's just that we haven't really learned how to do that. It's not something that we learn in school. So how do you love yourself? That's another video, the self-love video, so check that out. Put it somewhere here or in the links. And then also worrying. So if you feel like you're worrying, you're unsure about yourself, or you feel like, you know what, I feel more respect for other people than myself, then chances are that you are in a space where there is room for improvement in terms of confidence. Confidence levels varies from time to time and phase to phase within our lives. We don't always have high confidence, and that we don't expect that, right? However, it's really important to know how to raise your confidence up again when it goes down, because confidence level is the ability to believe that you can carry out whatever it is that you want to do, and also like the ability to believe that you can pick yourself up from whatever situation you are in. So confidence is paramount to conquer fear that we just mentioned about, and also self-doubt. Being able to go through self-doubt and not let self-doubt suck you in is so important. So the ability to get yourself out of negativity and out of self-sabotage and out of insecurity is so important for you to manage your energy levels. And if you suppress it, and if you ignore it, and if you bulldoze it, it's not going to go away. So how is your relationship with self-sabotage, confidence, self-doubt, and insecurity? If it's not at a 10 out of 10, I highly recommend you take a look at it. All right, so number 5, it's bad relationships with friends and family. If you don't have a good relationship with your friends and family, that affects all of your other relationships. So noticing where you are at in your relationships is a good acknowledgement of where you're at, and then you can do something about that. So if you have incomplete healing from heartbreak, incomplete healing from being wronged, incomplete healing from bad situations, then that contributes to all of your relationships, whether you want to believe it or not. So it is your job to heal properly from all of the bad things that have happened in your life so that you can move forward cleanly. All right. Number 6, the lack of yummy communication is also another big mistake that leaders make that kill your energy. So if you don't have the yummy communication strategy or understanding of what are your communication frameworks and how you want to show up and communicate with other people, then you will have a breakdown in communication from time to time. You may have a lack of honesty within people and relationships. There's a lack of trust that's built and lack of transparency within your group and team or larger community, which then affects the trust and honesty and transparency within each other within that community. And what happens is that you get frustrated because there's less motivated people and there are incompetent people that are in your surroundings that are not executing what you want them to. And there's no unity, there's no camaraderie, there's no Ubuntu, there's no sense of ownership over the things, and that is because of lack of communication and lack of communication of your vision, of your true vision. All right, and that contributes to lack of teamwork. So all of that stuff is under lack of yummy communication, which we'll talk about more next time. Number 7, the lack of yummy body image. So if you are in your body and you're moving on a daily basis and you're living in this house of temple, some may call it, and you don't feel good and sexy about that and you don't feel yummy about that, then that contributes to your level of energy as well. You need to be able to move freely, you need to be able to dance freely, you need to be able to be free, you know, in your house that you're living in every single day. And I'm not going to mention too much about that in this video, but I will in the next video if you want. So put a comment below if you want more about that. But that is so important for you to feel confident, for you to feel sexy, for you to have energy and magnetism that flows right through you. All right. So number 8 is a lack of yummy impact. So when you are not yummy yourself, then you will not be able to influence another person in a momentum and in a way that allows them to shine and empowers them and allows them to create change in a way that is positive and exciting. So if you want to have a yummy impact and you're not creating that yummy impact, then look at yourself and see if you can make some changes that can also share and radiate and just kind of bounce off to the rest of the group. Okay, and last but not least, it's the lack of yummy financial security. So when you're out there doing big things, big goals, trying to change the world, it's so important to be able to manage your own financial security as well. So whatever it is that you know is the amount or is the level and feeling of financial security in yourself, that is an emotion that you have to manage. We will talk more about that in a different video. If you are interested in that, pop a link or pop a comment below to let me know and we'll go more in depth about that. But the feeling and the relationship that you have with money and that you have with financial security is going to largely influence your confidence level, largely influence your impact, largely influence the amount of power and empowerment you have within yourself and the amount of empowerment that you can share with other people, because that is something that is one of the basic needs if you want to make a big difference, because it is a resource that you've got to have a handle on. So these are 9 big mistakes that women leaders tend to ignore when changing the world, and you have to take that into consideration. So which one of these are you, and find a different way to conquer each one of these, break them down. This is really a lot of stuff to handle all at once. So I hope this was helpful to shed some light onto what may be stopping you from moving forward and you for being your yummiest best self, making your yummy impact. This is Honey. You have a whole book called the You Only Live Once Life and Business Innovation Style that goes through each one of these: vision, impact, communication, goals, all of these different things, and energy management, and business and career, spiritual movements, and different things like that. So if you're interested in that, get that book below, and of course comment and let me know what video to make next to support your journey. All right, I am having so much fun in Norway, Oslo right now. We are in this beautiful city, and I can't wait to talk to you in the next video. This is so much fun for me, and I'll talk to you soon. This very topic is going to be on an article on South Africa's top online publication soon. So I will talk to you soon about this and talk to you more about this. All right, talk to you soon. Mwah.